ready to learn?
Well, I believe charity begins at home.
With passion, because if you don't have passion for cooking, you can't make it.
To do with interest.
One way of being a good cook is to learn at a tender age, having that interest at first. You know, most people learn it from their mom, don't take it as a profession, some take it as a career. So I think basically it has to do with learning.
First of all, it has to do with interest. If you don't have interest in something, you will not do that thing well.
And you have passion for cooking, then you'll be the best cook, or you'll be the best among the best.
To be a good cook, you have first to be ready to learn, practice. You cook all the time. Even in your leisure time, you cook.
You have to be motivated about what you are doing, sincerely, and you have to know what you really want to do.
My body.
My progress and all that. I think I'll stick with that.
Yes, welcome back to the blog on Cool TV. Remember, it's a Friday and we always have someone special for you. And I'm not using special loosely the way everybody uses special. I'm saying this because she's a soul singer. You know how much I love soul. She's a law graduate and a Project Film West Africa alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, so her name is Lindsey. Lindsey, you didn't give me your last name. It's weird calling just one name.
Lindsey Abude, that's my name.
Lindsey Abude. From where, please?
Abude. I'm from Delta State.
Oh, not Jos.
But I was born and raised in Jos.
Yeah, I keep saying it. There's something about Jos people. Where did the talent come from? We have P Square, Two-Face. You know,
Yes.
So what happened?
Are you asking what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Where is the talent coming from?
I can't explain that. I grew up with a dad who really listened to music, and my mom too as well. And I had a thing for paying attention to music as well when it comes to production and all that. But the singing thing came later. I didn't think I was going to be a singer like I am now.
You know, I heard you telling our sound guy, Bankole, that you know the difference between a keyboardist and a pianist. What do you call it? Pianist.
A pianist,
a pianist.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
There's a way a pianist plays. I think because they are trained using classical music, so there's a way they play. But when a keyboardist plays, I think a keyboard it's like a shortcut to the piano playing.
Oh.
And somehow I can tell. It's not something I can put down on paper and say,
so piano playing takes more time to learn than...
It's more extensive.
Okay.
Yeah, keyboards are a little, I think they're a little limiting.
So most of these people that play the keyboard or whatever in churches, that means they are keyboardists.
I can't exactly put it to words, but when I hear, I just know. Even when they start to play piano, I can tell that they're keyboardists and not pianists. I don't know. I can't put it down. But
okay.
Yeah.
So your song that was directed by Kemi Adetiba,
yes.
Why didn't you show in it? Don't you think it's kind of killing your career for your face not to show?
I don't think so. I don't think so. First of all, my music is live-based, so eventually I think people get to see the face. But that was not the only video I had done. I had done 2 videos before that had my face in it, so this was just trying something different.
Okay, how was it collaborating with MI?
It was good.
Why did you? Is it because he's a Just guy too? Or?
I mean, I met them when I was 17. I met Jude and Jesse when I was 17. So we used to have jam sessions then before they now got signed. So
are you in a relationship?
I've known them for... Why do you ask?
Because I have to.
No, I'm not in a relationship at the moment.
So MI did not disturb you?
Because I knew MI when I was 17 doesn't mean that I was his girlfriend.
Jesse did not disturb you? The genie did not disturb you?
Are you trying to assume that if you were in the skin, you would have?
No, I'm just asking. Okay, are you worried about soul in Nigeria? Because we know most Nigeria, they like titika, boom, boom kind of bits. Are you worried that you might not make it in this country?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried because there are people that listen to the genre that we do now. I mean, the fan base has increased compared to like 5 years ago. People like Asha and T.Y. Bello have opened some sort of door for us. So I think that it's gradually coming to life. People are wanting to hear how people sound when they're performing live, not just the CDs. People like Bez are doing well. Bez is doing pretty well, I think. So that already in itself says that soul is not dying.
Okay, finally, I don't want to ask you a cliche question, but the reason I want to ask about your inspiration is because we know there's really, well, yeah, the government will inspire you to say, hey, Nigeria, jaga, jaga, and the rest of that.
Yeah.
But what's your inspiration for soul?
I have my experiences, and I use that sometimes. I have other people's experiences as well that I use, sometimes even news stories, sometimes even science. I actually get some ideas from science or news about science. Anything really. It's not tied to one particular thing.
Oh, okay.
Anything can inspire me to write something.
Sorry, did I say last question?
Yes, you did.
Why did you leave law?
Because I didn't have as much passion as I had for music.
So you were forced into studying law?
Yes, somehow my hand was forced. Yes, my father gave me the option of either doing law, and if he sees this, he'll probably be shaking his head. But he gave me the option of either doing law or staying at home.
Okay.
So I wanted to go to school there, so I had to do that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lindsey. I enjoyed having her. I'm sure you'll enjoy her. And please, cling to soul. I love soul. So I'll leave her to perform.
Oh, the morning is come, and now the sun is on my face. I remember, ooh, today, it's today, is coming home. So I get out of bed, take a shower, rush to get dressed. I'll be right on my way, 'cause I can't wait no more, not another hour. I should be right on my way. So taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me right to him? I cannot wait a minute more. Taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me right to him? It's 30 minutes now. My heart won't stop beating. The road seems so unending. When are we getting there? He says 30 minutes from now. I know you cannot wait another hour. I should take you right to him. So taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me right to him? I cannot wait a minute more. Taxi, would you take me? Taxi, would you take me right to him? Would you take me right to him, to him, to him, to him? Oh, would you take me right to him? Oh, would you take me right to him? Oh, right to him? Oh. Hey, 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 hey. My name is Lindsey, yeah, and you on the block. Ooh, I'm with with I-O-T-T, Cal and Gloria on the block, yeah. Ooh, That's the end, that's the end, that's the end, that's the end. You're on the block, on the block, on the block, on the block.
On the block. Now, Titi, that's how you do it.
Yes.
From now on, that's how you
Do
sing.
you know how many times I spoke to her about the different notes?
Why is your voice softer?
Because she just heard Lindsey.
Hey!
That's true.
And Lindsey speaks very softly. But Titi, are you really sure you can manage it?
But that girl can sing.
She can. Oh, she can sing.
And my name
Very
was the
good
prettiest. She sang
No,
the
mine
prettiest.
was. I mean, ladies and gentlemen,
Ayo.
take a vote.
Ayo,
Out
no,
of everything.
I'm the judge here. I'm in the middle. She said, Ayo, Titi,
No,
Kel,
don't, no,
Gloria.
no, don't say my name like that. She didn't say Ayo, Titi, she said Ayo. So she reflected on the name.
Okay. Anyway, Gloria's name is longer, so Gloria's on 2 more time. Ayo is A-Y. The shorten is
Don't ever call me.
Don't ever call her AY. Please, please, not to everyone listening, watching. Don't call Ayo AY. She really doesn't like it. So stop it. And I know there's a lot of people still call her that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our real peace.
No.
You know, Gloria, just sing real peace. Just real peace.
How about me? Can I not sing? It's time for the real.
Why do you always why do you sing? I never noticed how you sing.
It's not better than, it's not better.
Okay. So our real piece today, top 10 excuses you make to stay in a bad relationship. I mean, we all make silly excuses, and trust me, I walked away from almost a bad relationship I was going to go into.
The one you gave 60K?
Too. No, not that one.
Okay.
That one is a long
They were
time
in a
ago. I can't even
relationship.
try it now. Hey. Anyway, number 1, I would rather settle for him than be alone. That's a very bad excuse. What do you think? Than be alone.
So that's sad. That's actually bondage. That's living in bondage.
But actually, the relationship I said I walked out of, but this was some time ago, it was actually because I didn't want to be alone. That's why I was.
It's sad, but it's a reality for many people.
For many people, yeah. A lot of women out there don't know how to be alone, I've noticed. It's sad, but you have to learn to stand on your own.
Yeah, when you stand on your own for a year, it becomes tiring, trust me.
Really?
Especially when all your friends are going out with their boyfriends and husbands, and you're like, ugh.
I think you should pray more then.
I've been standing alone since 2012, so I need help.
So Ayo is putting herself out there. If you're out there watching, Ayo is very single and available, and she will cook for you. Even though yesterday she told us she wore shirts. Sorry.
Okay. Even though if Young just said something mean, I'm not going to repeat it.
What did you say?
I'm not saying.
Something about yesterday.
2, I'm comfortable in this relationship. Well, it's changed something that makes you cringe. Are you cringe in a relationship primarily because it has benefits, money, companionship, image, physical intimacy? Physical intimacy.
Please continue.
Fun, family routine. Well, let's face it, we all have temporarily turned to everything from shopping to food to lovemaking for fulfillment. But actually, it doesn't fulfill if you check it at the end of the day. Anyway, even relationship with benefits can never truly satisfy, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Relationship can never truly make you happy. You have to be a happy person to be happy in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. The
So
third
we
one.
snap one finger when it's not so deep, or one hand, and then when it's super deep. Okay. So
Okay, super deep. Okay, I think that works. But I wouldn't snap.
The third excuse is, I love him. Oh. There is a difference, and Kel always says this, even though it still doesn't make any sense to me, but I'll read it anyway. There is a difference in loving and being in love.
Yeah,
yes,
there is a difference.
There is
a difference.
And fully committed to the person you know you were meant to marry, for better or worse. Well, what's the difference between being in love and... I don't understand. What does that mean?
Falling in love. Now, when we're talking about showing that you love somebody without saying the words, I love you, you said something, you're like, oh, we're talking about romantic love. You can love people. You love your family, you love your cats, you love all sorts of things. You love empire, you love movies, series. And then you can be in love with someone whereby, you know, that's where the butterflies in your stomach come up and you're inside the love, if you understand.
Is it possible to be in love for a very long time, like forever and ever?
No. I don't.
So eventually the butterflies stop.
Eventually you have to fall back to love. The loving, that's the foundation. You have to love somebody, and then the whole, you know, gooey kind of love comes in. But sometimes you don't feel that way towards the person. You actually want to put a gun, you know, you actually don't want to see the person at all. But it's the foundation, that love foundation that keeps you going. So that it's that now, that's the one they say is a decision. It's not a feeling. It's something you make up your mind to do.
All right, just to move it on, we've had sex excuse. If you've had sex, God is loving and will forgive you. All things are passed away. All things are become new. Please, don't go and quote me and be having sex and be saying, oh, God is forgiving you. We have a child together.
Yeah.
That one is very, very common.
Yeah. Well, when you're not married, trust me, if you have a child together and the relationship is bad, please, because there is no marriage, something binding you two, it's best to walk away and raise your child in separate
homes. A lot of people feel pressure to be together.
Yeah, true, because of the child.
Because of convention, yeah.
I'm waiting until Mr. Right comes along. Oh, yeah. I've actually been in a relationship not because I love the guy I was in a relationship with, but because I was waiting for the next person that I was going to love to come by, and then I'll dump this one, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah.
And that's a combination of number one and this one, because you didn't want to be alone, but you were waiting for Mr. Right to come. Yeah. I bet you a lot of people are doing that, a lot of people.
We are engaged, already committed. Oh, I've seen lots of broken engagements. It's almost like being engaged doesn't count anymore.
So sad.
Yeah, but I'd rather you break up the engagement than break up a marriage. If you realize a day, 2 days to the wedding that perhaps I'm making a huge mistake, by all means, don't stay there because you paid for the hall or you bought a dress.
When it's so rampant, it's like, at some point, didn't you see you weren't compatible? Why wait till you get engaged? I don't know. It's almost as if people get cold feet or something.
Yes.
Yes.
When it gets to actually doing the marriage, people get cold feet.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt his feelings. Oh, is it I'm guilty of everything here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I am. There are times I actually understand where people are coming from when they say stuff like this. It's very difficult to also, no, I don't want again, and the person is crying and crying. Oh, it's painful.
Yeah.
He's good enough for me, even though he slaps you on your left eye or your right eye. But he's still good enough for you.
The eye will heal, but his love will go.
Have you seen this picture of the lady with swollen eye? She now wrote, but I still love him.
Why are we laughing?
No, but it's funny to us, but there are people in these kind of situations, and it is real for them. You know, this is folly of the highest degree. Run for your life, please.
And then the worst excuse you can ever give is, he will change for the better. Please. You don't have the power or the capacity to change any human being. You can try to speak to people, advise them for them to change, but don't think because you're doing a certain thing, then it's a certainty that the person will change. Don't think you can ever change anybody, please. I mean, see Hanks. I'm sure his wife said, oh, it's so great, so pretty.
Who?
I married him, Hanks.
And
what? She ended up with HIV.
You know, I think that, you know, like, if you feel like you're a change agent, whereby you can change your man or woman, I think that, you know, use your skills to better use. Go to the drug rehabilitation centers, try and use those skills and power to change them, rather than looking at a human being that, because of love, you want to say you want to stay there and change him. No human being can ever change another human being except the person wants to change themselves.
Absolutely true. Let us know your thoughts. You can send us an email, blog@cooltv.cool. You can go on Twitter @CoolTVTheBlog. You could also go to Facebook, facebook.com/CoolTVTheBlog. Don't forget the hashtag.
Love to blog.
Yes, yes, yes. We appreciate you tuning in. Kel will be here next week. Woohoo! Yay! Yes! Love you, Kel. This was fun, though. This was fun. Thank you, ladies. You've been absolutely amazing. I want to give a shout-out to my mom, my dad, Effiong. Thanks for believing in me. Titi and Ayo, hold my hands. And we just want to say our final words. We pledge peace.
Pledge peace.
Okay.
Y'all know I was kidding, right?
Yeah, of course.